Oh, my Bollywood smile. Hang on. Bollywood smile.
Yes.
Good afternoon. I'm Jackie Brown. I've been working with IndiCure since earlier this year, so around about May, June, and I've had nothing but great service. I've been doing this job now for tourism for 16 years, but the quality of service I receive from IndiCure is the best I've ever come across. And I've been doing lots of surgeries around the world. I've been in the travel industry 40 years, so yes, you can guess how old I am. But this service I receive here is the best.
Hello, my name is Tanya. I am from New Zealand, and I chose to have the surgery because it was so expensive in New Zealand. I couldn't even get on a waiting list for my back. An opportunity came up to see for Jackie to bring a team over to India for surgery, and so I looked into that, and it seemed a really good option to me.
That's a really good question. When we got back from India back in June, I was going to Mexico a little bit later on, went to Mexico, and I've got a very good friend who said, wow, this is a really good story. And she said, would you mind if I did a story on this in a New Zealand newspaper? I said, go for it. So they did a story about Claire, and they were comparing it to the pricing in New Zealand. And it came up a big debate. Why is New Zealand not only expensive, but secondly, how comes it's taking 2 years on the waiting list? From that article, we had phone calls and emails. Then I actually didn't need to even advertise. People started ringing me and saying, book me in.
I saw an article in the newspaper about when she brought Claire over for the hip replacement, and I'd been pondering that, and then I thought, well, I'll just look into it. So I spoke to Jackie, and she got me quotes that came back immediately, like within a day or two. I considered it and said, why not? So that's how I joined the team.
The doctors, I've worked with lots of doctors globally, but the plastic surgery is second to none. It's fantastic. I've seen the results. The orthopedic surgery is wonderful. When I say wonderful, thankfully I've never had that kind of pain, but I've watched my client's journey over the last few weeks. Neurosurgery is something quite new to me, and my lady that's had neurosurgery, she's just come on in leaps and bounds, and her back is giving her no pain.
The hospital was incredible. The doctors were thorough, efficient. They explained everything, and their manner with me was very approachable and easygoing. Tests were done very quickly.
Dentistry, absolutely amazing. Very, very happy with the dentistry. Couldn't be happier. I thought I might be talking with a lisp, but I'm not. My whole journey has been with dental. It started a long time ago. And here I am in Mumbai with brand new teeth. I'm going to give you my Bollywood smile. and I have now got implants. And in fact, everybody that came, I think just about everybody that came for facelifts, tummy tuck, breast augmentations, have all ended up having dentistry as well, because they are blown away by the pricing and the wonderful service. And then of course I met Dr. Khanna, and of course our hearts went aflutter, because not only has he got really effective communication style, he walks a mile in your shoes. Pardon the pun, because you just had knees or hips done, but he does. He explains what's going to happen, how it unfolds, and he is there at the end of the surgery. Now, I was so impressed. He even cancelled a tour that he was meant to be going on, just so he could stay behind and work with our clients. That to me shows going the extra mile. So I want to thank all the doctors.
When I stayed in the ward, the nurses were incredible. They were so kind, so caring and supportive, yet still professional. I felt their skill and expertise was amazing. Nothing was ever too much trouble for them. The cleaners, the people that bought my food, everyone was so helpful and wanted to help push my trolley next to me so I could eat, get anything I wanted, and came in with beautiful smiles that lit up the room. The team at IndiCure have been absolutely incredible. They have made this whole trip seamless for us and organised every little detail, so there has been no worries about anything. I've always felt it was in good hands. So I'm really grateful for this experience, and I would recommend it to anybody else that chose to come to India. Yeah, just amazing. So thank you for having me, and I've really enjoyed this stay.
I give my thanks and my blessings to IndiCure, and I want to say thank you so much for your fantastic service. Customer is king here in India, and same as New Zealand, the customer here is always put ahead of everything else. So thank you.